Hello everyone. Today we'll be starting with exercise 11.3 in which we are going to study about the Pythagoras theorem. Now this is the topic which is new for you. Now this Pythagoras theorem we apply on a right angle triangle. For this application it is very much important that we have to have the right angle. No acute angle, no obtuse angle, only right angle. Right angle means one angle has to be 90 degree. Now let us see what Pythagoras theorem states. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of other two sides. Now before this, you should know what is a hypotenuse, what is the base, what is the height in this triangle. Now in this right angle triangle, right angle means one angle has to be 90 degree. This AC is the longest side. This is the longest side of the triangle. And the longest side is called as the hypotenuse. Okay, then this one is called as the base. One side is called as the base and one side is called as the height or perpendicular. Height we say it, or we say it perpendicular. Perpendicular means when one line is making an angle of 90 degree with the other side, then that line is called as a perpendicular line. So now you can assume here this can be height, or you can say this is a perpendicular. Now in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is what? AC. This is the hypotenuse. So square of the hypotenuse is equals to sum of square of other two sides. That means if I am going to take AB and BC, then I am going to take the square of these two sides, and after taking the squares of these two sides, I am going to add them. Or what I can say, this AC is the hypotenuse. For hypotenuse, I am writing H square equals to this AB is height or perpendicular. Now this height H, and here is also H. For this I am taking P. For this perpendicular I am taking P square. And BC is the base. So for base I am taking B square. And this is your Pythagoras theorem. So this states that the square of the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, is equals to sum of square of height and base, or you can say other two sides. Okay, now this was your Pythagoras theorem. Now on the basis of this, on this Pythagoras theorem formula, we are going to use some questions. Now this we are going to apply on the questions. Firstly, I want to state in this question, they are asking you have to tell whether the following set of lengths can form a right angle triangle or not. To tell whether these sides can form a right triangle or not, these sides should satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. If these sides are satisfying this formula, that means they are forming a right angle triangle, because Pythagoras theorem means we are applying these dimensions in the right angle triangle. Now let us see the first part. It is 9 centimeters, 40 centimeters and 41 centimeters. Now out of these three lines, 41 is the biggest. 41 is the biggest. So this is the hypotenuse. Now we are going to apply here by Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse means the longest side. You are going to take 41 and you are going to take the square of it. Now out of this perpendicular or base, you can take any of the remaining two sides. You can take perpendicular as 9 or you can take perpendicular as 40. It will not make any difference. I have taken perpendicular as 9. So I will be doing the square of 9 plus base square. And what is the base? 40 square. Now 41 square means you are going to multiply 41 two times. When you are going to multiply 41 with 41, this is going to give you 1681. And this is 1681 equals to 9 square is 81 plus 40 square is 1600. When you will add it, it will be 1681. So now you can see here that the left hand side is equals to the right hand side. When both these sides are equal, that means the Pythagoras theorem is satisfied. And when the Pythagoras theorem is satisfied, that means right angle triangle is formed. Now similarly B part. In the B part, we are having 6 feet, 8 feet and 10 feet. Again, you will apply the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is the longest side and which is 10. So you will be doing here 10 square. Perpendicular, you can take any. You can take 8, you can take 6. I have taken 6. And base, the remaining one is 8. So 8 square. Now 10 square means 100. 6 square means 36. 8 square means 64. Add these two, it is 100. So 100 plus 100 is equals to 100. Both sides are equal. So right angle triangle is formed. Now the C part. In the C part, again you have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Now out of these three, the longest is 50. So this hypotenuse is going to be 50. Now we are going to take the 50 square equals to perpendicular means 14 square, base means 40 square. You can take any. Now 14 square means 196, 40 square means 1600. Add these two, 1796. And this side 50 square means 2500. Now you can see that these two sides are not coming equal. So left hand side is not equals to right hand side. When they are not coming equal, that means the right angle triangle cannot be formed. And this was your question number 1. Right? Now let's move to question number 2. Now in question number 2, out of the 3 sides of the right angle triangle, out of the 3 sides, 2 sides will be given to you. Either the hypotenuse or out of these two, any one, you have to find the second. Or what you will do, first and the second sides are given to you, you have to find the hypotenuse. This you have to find. Now the first part is hypotenuse is given to you, one side is given to you. Now this one side means hypotenuse is given. Now out of perpendicular and base, one side is given to you. Now that is up to your choice, whichever side you want to take. You can take base also, you can take as a perpendicular also. Now I have taken here as a perpendicular. One side I have taken as perpendicular, so you have to find the other side which will be base. So now hypotenuse, just place the values in the Pythagoras theorem formula. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is 13 square. Perpendicular one side is 5 square plus base square. Now 13 square is 169. 5 square is 25 plus base square. Now this 25 will go to the other side and it will become 144 equals to base square. Now this is the step where you should know that 144 is the square of which number. Now if you don't know, then I'll tell you how to find it. Now firstly you are going to find the prime factors of 144. It will go firstly on 72, then 36, then 2 18, 2 9s are, 3 3s are, 3 1s are. Now what you will do, you are going to make a pair. 2 is making one pair, write one time. Then again this 2 is making a pair, write this 2 again. And this 3 is making a pair, so write here 3. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So this means 144 is the square of 12. Okay, so here I have written 144 is the square of 12. Now squaring we are doing so that if the powers will become same, we can cancel it. Since it is written 144 is equals to base square and 144 is the square of 12, both the sides powers are same, powers are cancelled. So this is 12 centimeters is equals to base. Okay, and this is the answer. This is the other side. That's how you are going to find. See the next part. Now in this question, sides are given to you. That means if I am going to draw this side and this side is given and you have to find the hypotenuse. Now let us see. We are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Now hypotenuse we don't know. We are going to find it. Perpendicular 10, base 24. You can interchange the digits also. It will not make any difference. Now 10 square is 100, 24 square is 576 and 100 plus 576 is 676. Now again you should know that 676 is the square of which number, but if you don't know you can prime factorize like this. Now 676 will firstly go on the table of 2 on 338. Then this will go on the table of 2 on 169 and 169 will go on the table of 13 on 13. And 13 ones are 13. Now if you will see that this 2 is making a pair, so I will write here 2. This 13 is making a pair, so I am writing here 13. 13 2s are 26. Okay, so now this 676 can be written as 26 whole square. Hypotenuse square is equals to 26 whole square. Powers cancelled, so this hypotenuse is equals to 26 centimeters, and this is the answer. Okay, now in this question, C and D part you will do by yourself, because A part and B part are same like this. Okay, if I have explained you A part, then you can do C part by yourself, and if I have done B part, then you can do D part by yourself, right? Now you can pause the video to note it down, try it firstly by yourself, and then see the solution. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 3 is, Sudhir rides his bicycle 9 kilometers east. Now in these questions, from question number 3 to question number 7, the easiest way to solve these questions is to firstly form a diagram. How you're going to form? Sudhir rides his bicycle 9 kilometers east. Now for example, this is the starting point of Sudhir. He moves to the east. How much? 9 kilometers. And then he rides 12 kilometers to the north. So he is going to ride 12 kilometers to the north. How far is he from the starting point? Now you have to tell from the starting point, he is now here at this place. So from this place and this place, what is the distance? You have to tell this. And you know that this side is called as the hypotenuse. So now you are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem, because you can clearly see that this is the perpendicular forming. This is the 90-degree angle forming. Now by Pythagoras theorem, you can see AC square, this hypotenuse square, is equals to base square, which is AB square, plus perpendicular square, which is BC square. Now AC square you have to find. AB square means 9 square. BC square means 12 square. Now AC square is equals to 9 square is how much? 81. 12 square is how much? 144. And 144 plus 81 is 225. Again, now you should know that 225 is the square of 15. And if you don't know, you can find out here. 225 firstly will go on the table of 3 on 75. Again, this will go on 3 on 25. 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are. Now you can see 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. 3 and 3 are making a pair. 5 and 5 are making a pair. And this means 15. So this means 225 is the square of 15. Both sides powers are same. You can cancel it. And AC, that means this hypotenuse is 15 kilometers. So Sudhir is 15 kilometers away from his starting point. This is the answer. Okay. Now let's do the fourth part. Now in the fourth part, you can see a ladder of length 29 feet is leaning against the wall of a building. Now this is the wall of the building, and this is the ladder which is leaning against the wall. The length of the ladder is given 29 feet. Okay. And is placed such that the foot of the ladder is 21 feet from the base of the building. Now if this is the building, this point is the base of the building, and the foot of the ladder is 21 feet at a distance. So this is 21 feet, this is 29 feet, and you have to find now how far above the ground does the ladder touch the building. Now you have to tell, if this is the building, you have to tell that the ladder is going to touch at this part. Now you are going to tell this distance. Okay. Now again, you can see hypotenuse is given, base is given, you have to find the perpendicular. And to find this, you can see this is a 90-degree angle which is forming. So you are going to apply here Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras states that AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Now AC square is 29 square, AB square is 21 square, BC square you have to find. 29 square 841, 21 square 441 plus BC square. Take 441 to the other side, it will become 400. And now you should know that 400 is the square of 20. Now when both sides powers are same, cut the powers. So this height of the building is how much? 20 centimeters, and this is the answer. And this is your question number 4. You just have to apply the Pythagoras theorem in all the questions. Now in this, I am going to just explain the figure, and this you are going to solve by yourself. Find the width of the rectangular carpet. Now this is a rectangular carpet in which you have to find the width. That means AB you have to find. If its length is given 12 feet. This is the length which is given 12 feet, and it has a diagonal. Diagonal means this. This is the diagonal which is 20 feet. Now again you can see this is the 90-degree forming. Now here hypotenuse is given. That means AC square is given to you. This perpendicular is given, that means BC square is also given to you, and you have to find AB square, and this you will solve by yourself. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 6. Now what question number 6 states, and this is very important question also. Find the height of an equilateral triangle. Now this is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means whose all sides are equal, whose side is 4 centimeters. Now all sides are of 4 centimeters. This is also 4, this is also 4, and this is also 4. You have to find the height. Height means from this point you are going to make a point this. And if we are going to draw this height, you are going to make this altitude from here. This will be of 90 degree. And this altitude is going to divide this line BC into 2 equal parts. That means if this BC is of 4 centimeters, this is of 2, this is also of 2. Half, half. Right? Now you can see in this triangle ADC, I can write here in triangle ADC, you can apply the Pythagoras theorem in which AC square is equals to AD square plus CD square. Okay. CD or DC, same thing. AC square means 4 square. AD square you have to find. This is the height, so that means you have to find AD. DC means 2, so that means 2 square. 4 square is 16, AD square as it is, 2 square is 4. 4 will go to the other side and it will come 12. That is equals to AD square. Now how you are going to find this? Just see here. If I am going to factorize 12, 2 6 are, 2 3s are, 3 1s are. Now if you will see here, this 2 is forming a pair, so I will write here. But this 3 is not forming a pair. When this number is not forming a pair, this will come in the root. The number which will not form a pair, that is going to come in root. Okay, so the square of this, what I am going to write? 12 is the square of 2 root 3. Again, see what I did. I factorized it, and then after that I saw that this 2 is forming a pair. So this 2 I have written as it is. But this 3 is only 1 and it is not forming a pair. When it is not forming a pair, that means it is going to come under the root. Right? So now this means that the square, this complete is the square of 12. And you can see here 12, or if you don't want to write like this, root 2. Now square and square cancelled, so this will become 2 root 3 centimeters is equals to AD. Okay. Now next. So that means height of an equilateral triangle is 2 root 3 centimeters. So this is your question number 6. Now the last question. Now in this question again you will be doing by yourself. I am going to explain you the figure. Length and breadth of Lalita's house are 15 and 8 meters. Now this length and breadth is given, that means length and breadth is of the rectangular shape. I am going to frame this rectangular shape house in which the length and breadth, length is 15, breadth is 8. You can take this as 15, you can take this as 8. It is your choice respectively. What is the length of the diagonal? You have to find the length of this diagonal. Diagonal means hypotenuse you have to find. So again, this you can see 90 degree is forming. So you are going to apply here by Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. AB is 15. You are going to write the square. BC means 8 whole square. 15 square is 225 plus 64. Add it. You will be getting to know 289 is the square of 17. Cancel the powers and this will come. So this means AC. That means the diagonal of the house is going to be 17 meters. And with this your exercise 11.3 is completed. Complete this in your notebooks. Thank you.